Hello, friends. Let me ask you something simple, but serious. When was the last time you thought about the meat sitting on your plate? If you're over 60 and still eating meat the way you did in your 30s or 40s, you might be unknowingly putting your health at risk. You see, not all meats age well with us. Some are pumped with chemicals, loaded with salt, or processed in ways that can quietly damage your heart, fuel memory loss, or even raise your risk of cancer. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up meat. You just need to make smarter choices, choices backed by science, and especially helpful for those of us in our golden years. In today's video, we're counting down the 4 worst meats seniors should never touch again, and why even a small amount can do real damage. And the 4 best meats you can eat instead, ones that nourish your brain, support your joints, and help you feel strong from the inside out. Stick with us until the very end, because the meat ranked number 1 on the best list is something hardly anyone's eating, but it could give you more energy, sharper memory, and real protection as you age. And before we dive in, let us know in the comments. What meat do you eat most often these days? We read and respond to every comment, and your answers help others in this amazing community. Now let's get started with one meat that might be hiding in your freezer right now. Pork sausage might bring back cozy memories, Sunday breakfast, a holiday brunch, maybe a simple egg and sausage sandwich. But if you're over 60, that familiar comfort food may actually be a quiet health hazard. Here's why. What's wrong with pork sausage? It's not just the pork. It's everything that comes with it, the preservatives, the chemicals, and the hidden sodium. Most pork sausages at the store are highly processed. They're packed with nitrates and nitrites, which help the meat look fresh and last longer on the shelf. But once those compounds enter your body, especially when heated, they can form something called nitrosamines. And nitrosamines aren't just harmful, they're proven carcinogens. That means they can damage your cells and increase your risk of cancer. A 2022 study in BMC Medicine tracked over 18,000 adults aged 60 and older. The people who ate pork sausage just twice a week had a 22% higher risk of colon cancer and a 16% greater risk of kidney dysfunction. That's not just coincidence. Researchers link the danger to high sodium, saturated fat, and those chemical preservatives, which can be especially hard for older bodies to process. What does this mean for seniors? Our kidneys work slower. Our blood vessels get more sensitive. And when you pile in a salty, greasy sausage link every morning, you're pushing your blood pressure up, raising your cholesterol, and even increasing swelling in your legs or ankles. It's like pouring motor oil into an engine that already needs care. Eventually, it just won't run the way it used to. What's a better choice? If you love the taste of sausage, don't worry, you don't have to give it up entirely. Look for chicken or turkey sausage with no nitrates, a freshly ground meat that you can season at home with herbs and spices. Or try plant-based sausage options that are lower in salt and saturated fat. Always read the label. If you see words like sodium nitrite, preservatives, or flavor enhancers, it's best to leave that product on the shelf. Small changes can make a big difference, especially after 60. And ditching processed pork sausage is one of the simplest, most powerful steps you can take to protect your heart, your brain, and your energy. You've probably had a ham sandwich or a slice of roast beef right out of the fridge. Quick, tasty, and no cooking required. But here's something many folks over 60 don't realize. Those neatly packed cold cuts can quietly harm your heart, kidneys, and even your memory over time. Let's break it down. What's really in deli meats? Most deli meats, whether it's ham, turkey, salami, or roast beef, are what nutrition experts call ultra-processed. That means they're not just cooked meat. They're treated with preservatives, especially sodium nitrite, artificial flavorings, sugars and phosphates, lots and lots of salt. Sodium nitrite is especially concerning. It helps meat stay pink and last longer, but inside your body, it can react with meat proteins to form nitrosamines, the same cancer-linked compounds found in sausage. A major 2020 study from the International Journal of Epidemiology followed 40,000 seniors. The results? Those who ate processed deli meats 4 or more times a week had a 24% higher risk of heart failure, A 19% higher risk of early death from any cause. That's not from overeating, it's from what's inside these meats. And it gets worse. Some studies have also linked cold cuts to cognitive decline, likely because of inflammation and poor blood flow to the brain, two things many seniors already struggle with. The hidden dangers add up. Too much salt raises blood pressure. Phosphates stress your kidneys. Added sugar causes blood sugar swings and belly fat. Artificial preservatives can chip away at your body's natural defenses. So even that innocent ham sandwich or healthy turkey wrap can slowly strain your organs if it's a daily habit. Why it's especially risky after 60. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to sodium, sugar, and chemicals.
Kidney filter slower. Blood vessel harden.
Brain cells need more care, not more stress. And unfortunately, cold cuts are like little time bombs for these systems. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to give up sandwiches forever. Smarter options. Cook a fresh chicken breast or turkey thigh and slice it yourself for sandwiches. Roast your own lean beef or pork loin with herbs at home, then refrigerate and slice as needed. Use leftovers from dinner as your sandwich meat, no preservatives, no weird chemicals. You can even freeze extra portions to save time later. Swapping cold cuts for homemade slices may take a few extra minutes, but what you get in return, better heart health, stronger kidneys, and a clearer mind, is worth every second.
Let's keep going.
The next meat on this list might surprise you, because it's one of the most popular comfort foods in America, especially when you're grabbing a quick bite out.
Crunchy on the outside, juicy on the inside. Frit et chickeny sont American classique.
From Sunday dinners to drive-through lunches, it's a comfort food that many seniors still enjoy. But if you're over 60, here's the truth you need to hear. Deep-fried chicken could be quietly harming your heart, brain, joints, and more. And no, the problem isn't the chicken itself. It's how it's cooked. Why is fried chicken so harmful for seniors? When chicken is dunked in cheap oil, coated in white flour, and cooked at very high heat, something dangerous happens. The meat becomes packed with trans fats, oxidized oils, advanced glycation end products, AGEs, acrylamides. These are fancy names for toxic compounds that trigger inflammation, stress your heart, break down collagen in your joints and skin, and even speed up memory loss. A 2020 study in the British Medical Journal followed over 107,000 women for 2 decades. Those who ate fried chicken more than once a week had a 13% higher risk of early death, a 12% greater risk of dying from heart problems. The risk was even higher in women over 60, because our bodies naturally become more sensitive to these food stressors with age. What happens in your body after fried chicken? The refined flour coating spikes your blood sugar. The omega-6 oils used in frying, like corn or soybean oil, increase inflammation. The high temperature creates compounds that age your skin, damage blood vessels, and slow down healing. That crispy golden skin may be delicious, but it's often soaked in damaging oils that stay in your system and feed the fire of aging. And let's not forget the sodium. Fried chicken often contains over 1,000 milligrams of salt per serving, enough to spike your blood pressure in one sitting.
What is the better choice for senior?
You don't have to give up the taste of crispy chicken. You just have to change the way you cook it. A oven-baked or air-fried chicken gives you that satisfying crunch, without the chemical damage. Use olive oil or avocado oil sparingly, with heart-healthy herbs like rosemary, thyme, and garlic. Choose chicken thighs or drumsticks with the skin on. They're more flavorful and contain healthy fats, especially if you skip deep frying. Serve with leafy greens or sweet potatoes instead of fries or white bread. Remember, it's not about guilt, it's about good habits. If you've eaten fried chicken for years, it's never too late to make a swap that could protect your heart, your skin, and your long-term independence. Up next is one meat that most people assume is the healthiest choice on the menu, but it may actually be the most misleading for people over 60. Ready for the most surprising meat on this list? Let's talk about skinless chicken breast. Wait, chicken breast? Isn't that the healthy choice? That's exactly what most people think. And for years we've been told that skinless chicken breast is the gold standard for healthy eating, low in fat, high in protein, and easy to prepare. But for seniors, especially those over 60, factory farmed chicken breast may quietly be one of the worst meats you can eat regularly.
Let's take a closer look.
Why is skinless chicken breast a hidden danger? It's not just about the chicken, it's about where it comes from, how it's raised, and how your body processes it as you age. Most supermarket chicken breasts come from factory farms, where the birds are fed a steady diet of GMO corn and soy, are given antibiotics to prevent disease in overcrowded conditions, and sometimes even treated with arsenic-based chemicals to speed up growth. Multiple studies, including one in environmental health perspectives, have found that residues from these substances end up in the meat itself. For seniors with weaker immune systems, these residues can disrupt your gut health, lower your defense against infection, and even contribute to antibiotic resistance. That's not something you want building up in your body at this stage in life. The problem with skinless chicken breast isn't just the chemicals. It's also about what's missing. By removing the skin and choosing only the leanest part of the chicken, many older adults are missing out on healthy fats needed to absorb vitamins like A, D, E, and K, B12 and zinc, which support memory and mood, and even collagen, which keeps joints, skin, and tissues strong. And believe it or not, because skinless chicken is so lean, it can actually spike your blood sugar more than fattier cuts, especially if you eat it with white rice or bread. That's because the fat normally slows down digestion, giving your body time to absorb the nutrients properly. Seniors who rely heavily on skinless chicken breast may experience dry skin, brittle nails, fatigue, and even more muscle loss and frailty. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate skinless chicken breast 5 or more times per week had a 16% higher rate of muscle loss compared to those who ate more variety. Their inflammation markers were also higher, not lower. The repetition problem. Another issue is that many seniors fall into a routine, grilled chicken breast for lunch or dinner every day. It feels like the safe option, but over time, it can actually create nutritional gaps, raise inflammation, and leave your meals bland and joyless. A smarter way to eat chicken after 60. Choose pasture-raised or organic chicken when you can. It's free of antibiotics and has better fat quality. Don't be afraid of moderate fat. Eat skin-on pieces like thighs or drumsticks once in a while. Rotate your proteins. Don't just eat chicken every day. Mix in fish, lamb, or even plant-based options. Use olive oil, lemon, garlic, and herbs to boost taste and nutrients. It's not about banning chicken. It's about choosing better chicken, in smarter portions, with real variety. Let's recap before we flip the script. These are the 4 worst meats for seniors. 1. Skinless factory-farmed chicken breast, nutrient-poor and possibly contaminated. 2. Deep-fried chicken, full of inflammatory fats and toxins. 3. Deli ham and cold cuts, loaded with chemicals and sodium. 4. Pork sausage, processed, cancer-linked, and high in salt and fat. If you've been eating any of these regularly, don't panic, but do start making gentle changes. What you eat after 60 can either help you stay independent, or slowly chip away at your strength. Now, ready for some good news? It's time to explore the 4 best meats seniors should be eating to build muscle, sharpen memory, and protect their heart. It might sound like a fancy holiday meal, but when it comes to senior health, grass-fed lamb deserves a regular spot on your plate. Why? Because it's one of the most well-rounded meats for aging bodies, and it's often safer, richer, and more supportive than the chicken or beef most folks are used to eating every week. Let's break down what makes lamb a quiet superfood for older adults. Nutrient powerhouse for seniors. Unlike factory-farmed meats, grass-fed lamb offers healthy fats, especially omega-3s, which support heart and brain health. Zinc for wound healing and immune support. Vitamin B12, essential for memory and mood. Iron, which helps prevent fatigue and anemia. That combination is rare and incredibly valuable as we age. A 2020 study published in Nutrients followed seniors who added lamb to their diet just twice a week. The results: 23% improvement in muscle strength, 15% drop in inflammation markers, better energy, better joint function, and better long-term resilience. That's not from a supplement, it's from real food, eaten mindfully.
Why grass-fed meters? Note au lamb bicécale.
Grass-fed lamb comes from animals raised on open pastures, without antibiotics, synthetic hormones, or pesticide-laced feed. That means cleaner meat for your body to process. And it has a richer flavor too. Benefits you can feel after 60. Fewer energy crashes during the day. Less joint stiffness. A more stable mood and clearer thinking. Oh, and better muscle recovery, even if you're not very active. The zinc and B12 combo in lamb also helps fight memory decline and nerve damage, two issues many seniors struggle with silently. How to eat it right. You don't need to eat a whole rack of lamb. Just a few ounces, once or twice a week, can deliver big benefits. Choose cuts with some marbling, like shoulder or leg. Trim off excess fat after cooking, not before, you'll lock in moisture. Season with rosemary, garlic, lemon, and olive oil for both flavor and antioxidant support. Avoid breading or frying it. Roasting, slow cooking, or grilling is best. And here's a fun tip. Pairing lamb with mint, greens, or sweet root veggies helps your body absorb even more nutrients while reducing after-meal bloat. Lamb is more than a special occasion dish. It's a delicious, nourishing meat that can support your heart, muscles, and memory far better than cold cuts or grilled chicken. If you're looking to stay strong, independent, and full of vitality, this might be one of the easiest and tastiest changes you can make. Duck isn't something you see on every dinner table, especially in American households. But if you're over 60 and care about your heart, energy, and brain, it's time to give pasture-raised duck another look. Because compared to your standard chicken or turkey, duck offers a deeper flavor and far richer nutritional benefits, perfect for the needs of aging bodies. What makes duck so special for seniors? Let's start with its standout nutrients. A. Iron helps prevent fatigue and anemia. Selenium supports immune function and thyroid health. A. Healthy fats, especially monounsaturated fats, similar to olive oil. Omega-3 fatty acids, great for joint flexibility and memory. A. Complete protein helps repair muscles and support strong bones. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Nutrition looked at older adults who added duck to their diet twice a week for 6 months. The findings were remarkable. A 19% improvement in memory scores. A 21% drop in inflammation. A better mood, less fatigue, and better circulation. That's because duck isn't just meat, it's medicine in the form of a delicious meal. Duck contains more natural fat than chicken, but don't let that scare you. These are good fats, especially when the duck is pasture-raised or free-range. These fats help your body absorb vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Keep your skin, joints, and nerves healthy. And reduce harmful cholesterol and support brain health. And because duck is dark meat, it's naturally higher in hema iron, the kind of iron that's easiest for your body to absorb. That means fewer dizzy spells, less fatigue, and stronger muscles, without supplements. How to cook duck the senior-friendly way. Choose pasture-raised or free-range duck. Avoid factory-farmed versions full of chemicals and antibiotics. Slow roast the duck to preserve its natural moisture. Keep the skin on, but crisp it up to let the fat render out properly. Pair with foods like dark leafy greens, cherries, or oranges for added antioxidants and iron absorption. Use rendered duck fat in place of butter or vegetable oil for roasting veggies. It's surprisingly heart-friendly. Duck is rich, flavorful, and satisfying, and a little goes a long way. Don't be afraid to try duck just because it's not something you grew up eating. Many seniors find that introducing duck once a week gives them more energy, smoother digestion, and even clearer thinking. In other words, it helps your body work with you, not against you. Up next, a tiny fish with a mighty health punch. It's one of the best foods in the world for bone strength, memory, and heart health, and yet most seniors have never given it a real chance. Sardines might not win any popularity contests. They're small, a little oily, and sometimes get a bad rap because of their bold flavor. But if you're over 60, here's something you should know. Sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, especially when you eat them with the bones and skin included. And they might just be the easiest, most affordable way to protect your bones, brain, and heart as you age. Why sardines are a senior superfood. These tiny fish are packed with Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation and support brain and heart health. A calcium, crucial for strong bones and joints. A vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and boosts immune function. A protein keeps muscles strong and supports healing. A CoQ10 and selenium protect your cells and boost energy production. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging followed seniors who ate sardines twice a week for 12 weeks. The results? A 29% improvement in bone density, 32% drop in triglyceride levels, a less joint pain, more energy, and better clarity of mind. Not bad for a food you can grab right off a grocery store shelf. Perfect for brain and heart health. The omega-3s in sardines are especially powerful because they come in a natural, whole food form, not a capsule. These fats help keep your arteries flexible, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of stroke, improve memory and focus. That means clearer thinking, more emotional balance, and less risk of age-related decline. Stronger bones without a supplement bottle. Most people forget, sardines with bones and skin are one of the best natural sources of calcium. Why does that matter? Because after 60, your ability to absorb calcium from other foods declines, and your bones become more fragile. Sardines help reverse that naturally, no pills required. How to eat sardines without the fuss. Buy them packed in olive oil, which adds more heart-healthy fat. Choose sardines with bones and skin. Don't worry, the bones are soft and safe to eat. Add to salads, toast, pasta, or crackers with lemon juice and herbs. Try mashing them into avocado or mixing with mustard and chopped onions for a spread. Worried about the taste? A little squeeze of lemon, a sprinkle of black pepper, or even fresh parsley can make them mild and tasty, even for picky eaters. And don't forget, sardines are low in mercury, because they're small and low on the food chain. That makes them far safer than tuna or swordfish for seniors. If you're looking for a small change with big benefits, adding sardines to your weekly menu is one of the smartest health moves you can make after 60. Next up is a meat that most people ignore, but it just might be the most powerful anti-aging food you'll ever eat. Ready to meet the #1 meat that can rebuild energy, memory, and vitality after 60? Let's be honest, liver isn't the most glamorous meat out there. Some people remember it from their childhood dinners with a wrinkled nose. Others haven't tried it in decades. But here's the truth. Beef liver, especially from grass-fed cows, is one of the most powerful natural medicines for seniors. If you're feeling tired, foggy, weak, or just not yourself, this one food could help turn things around faster than any pill or supplement. A nutritional powerhouse in every bite. Beef liver is like nature's multivitamin. It contains a vitamin A, supports your eyes, skin, and immune system. A vitamin B12, protects memory, energy, and red blood cell production. A iron, prevents fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. A CoQ10, fuels every cell in your body. A zinc, copper, and folate, essential for healing, mood, and circulation. A 2023 clinical study in nutrients tracked older adults who ate 100 grams of grass-fed beef liver twice a week. Here's what happened after 10 weeks. 44% increase in energy scores. 37% improvement in memory tests. A huge gains in hemoglobin and red blood cell levels. That's not from fancy treatments or expensive pills. That's from a food our grandparents used to eat regularly. Why it works so well for seniors. As we age, we naturally lose some of the nutrients that liver provides in abundance. Many older adults are unknowingly low in B vitamins, A iron, and even vitamin A. Low levels of these can lead to brain fog, fatigue, brittle hair and nails, poor circulation, and even mild depression or anxiety. Beef liver doesn't just help, it helps quickly, because its nutrients are bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use them right away. But what about the taste? Here's the good news, you don't need to eat a big slab of liver to get the benefits. Start with small amounts, just a few bites can go a long way. Soak it in milk or lemon water for 30 minutes before cooking to mellow the flavor. Sauté with onions and garlic, a classic combo that adds sweetness and flavor. Or finely chop and mix into ground beef for meatballs, chili, or burgers, Most people can't even tell it's there. Why grass-fed matters. Factory-farmed liver may contain hormone residues and other toxins you don't want in your system, especially over 60. Choose grass-fed or pasture-raised beef liver whenever possible for the cleanest, most nutrient-rich option. And pair it with leafy greens or citrus to enhance iron absorption and balance out the meal. Beef liver isn't just an old-fashioned food. It's a modern-day superfood, especially for seniors who want more energy, stronger immunity, a sharper memory, and a real edge in aging with strength and clarity. Quick recap: 4 meats that support senior vitality. 1. Grass-fed beef liver, the ultimate natural multivitamin. 2. Sardines with bones and skin, unbeatable for bones, heart, and brain. 3. Pasture-raised duck, rich in iron, omega-3s, and healthy fats. 4. Grass-fed lamb, excellent for muscle, mood, and joint health.
Let's take a moment to bring it all together.
If you're over 60, every bite you take can either nourish your body or slowly wear it down. And now you've seen both sides of the plate. The 4 meats that may be quietly raising your risk of heart attacks, memory loss, cancer, and painful inflammation. And the 4 meats that can help you build strength, protect your brain, support your joints, and keep your heart going strong. But here's the most important part. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be aware. If you've been eating some of the worst meats on our list, don't feel guilty. Many of us grew up thinking they were fine. The good news? It's never too late to make a change. Even a single swap, from cold cuts to fresh roasted turkey, or from fried chicken to baked duck, can begin to restore energy, clarity, and confidence. You deserve to feel good in your body, at every age. You deserve meals that heal, not meals that hurt. And most of all, you deserve to enjoy your food and your health, without confusion or fear. If this video gave you new insights, tap the like button to support our work. Leave a comment below. What's one meat you're ready to swap or try for the first time? And subscribe to our channel, Elderly Health 2 Hearts, for more simple heart-centered health tips designed just for you. Hit the bell icon so you